Hey everyone, welcome back to Geek Strong. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the brand new popcorn buckets from the live action Lilo and Stitch movie. Here we have the Regal Cinema version, AMC. Is there a difference? We'll find out. So what do you say? Let's do this!
He's so cute and fluffy.
If you've been following my channel, you know that I've been collecting popcorn buckets for quite a while. Now we have Ghostbusters here, Revenge of the Sith, Darth Vader's helmet, Alien Romulus containment unit with the face hugger coming out. This is probably my favorite bucket here. Beetlejuice, popcorn buckets, a sandworm. Now, I think popcorn buckets are definitely a great thing. Why? Well, back in 1978, June 16th to be specific, 2 days before my 9th birthday, I remember going to see the movie Jaws 2 in the movie theaters. And in the lobby, they had these rubber sharks that you could purchase, little erasers, and you could choose different ones. It wasn't just like a great white. It could have been a hammerhead or anything. And I love sharks. Even though I'm terrified of sharks, I love sharks. And to bring back home a piece of merchandise after seeing the movie Jaws 2, I think it just takes it to the next level of the experience. So popcorn buckets, I think, are a great thing. And some people might say, they kind of jumped the shark. Nobody's really collecting popcorn buckets anymore. I think you're wrong, because these things are selling out within days. I mean, the Lilo and Stitch popcorn buckets are some of the most creative and cool looking buckets ever. We're going to find out what they look like. We're going to take a look at them closer. We're going to see the differences, because there's definitely a big difference in these buckets. But right now, let's take a look at the Regal Cinema version of Stitch. Let's do this. All right, here's a look at Stitch right here. This is the Regal Cinema version. He is sitting down with his hands in front of him. Looks good. Now, I did pick and choose which one I wanted. There were some that were flocked slightly darker color. I mean, they weren't all exactly the same. Some of them had a little bit of glue you could see around the hands. If you watch my video, you know what I'm talking about. But this is the open mouth version from Regal Cinema, and there's definitely some differences between this one and the AMC. But let's take a closer look. As you can see, we do have right here, there is a notch on the ear on that side, as well as this side right here. So you can see little notches on the ear. It is flocked on the inside of the ear as well as the outside. You can see the texture of the fur. This is all like in design of the sculpt, not just from the flock. No flock on the nose or eyes or the mouth and teeth, which is great. Definitely well done. I mean, you can feel the flock on the lips, and then as soon as it comes to the teeth, there's no flock. So it's definitely done well. Looks great. We do have white dot on the eye there, as well as the other side. Pretty even. All over the body here. You can see all the flocking on the toenails and the pads of the feet. There we have Lilo and Stitch. Disney Lilo and Stitch, only in theaters right there. I don't see anything that says Regal Cinema on it. We do have some design on his back, as well as the back of the head. Again, it's flocked all through, nice and even, looks great. We have his little tail there. And this is how you open the bucket in the back. See here, just pull that lever down. And there you go, there's the back. Can definitely fit a lot of stuff there. I wouldn't use popcorn. I know it's a popcorn bucket, but I wouldn't put anything with butter all over it, especially if it's going to get all over the flock. I mean, some of the other buckets are plastic, so I would have no problem with that, washing it. But I wouldn't run this underwater at all, especially the flocking. But yeah, overall, I think this guy looks fantastic. We're going to compare him to the AMC version right now. Well, let's take him away, and we'll check out the AMC. Let's do it. All right, here is the AMC version. As you can see, this is not only a popcorn bucket, but it's also a drink holder. So you actually pour your drink inside the head if you wanted to. Would I recommend it? No, I think it's just a gimmick, but I guess if you wanted to, you could. Again, I wouldn't get it wet because it is flocked. But you can see the differences here. Now, looking at the face, the mouth is closed, as you can see. The notches on the ear. Now, you have a wrinkle up top here. There is a little notch in the same spot as the other one, but you do have a wrinkle there on the ear versus the Regal Cinema didn't have that. We do have a notch here where it was just like it on the the Regal Cinema. So there is a little bit of difference right there. The mouth is closed, as I said. It is flocked all the way through, except for the nose and the eyes. But you can see the dots, the white dots. Now there's one right here, and then there's one way up top here. So they're not even. All of them were this way, and I think that's how he's supposed to be, like his head's tilted, and the eye dots are in a different spot. The flocking is smooth versus the Regal Cinema. You could see the texture in the fur. So this is, in my opinion, is this more like the animated look? And the other one is more the movie version? I wonder. I mean, that's up for a debate right there. But this one's definitely not textured like the Regal Cinema. It's nice and smooth, but it is flocked all the way through except for these spots here inside the ear. Here's the bottom. Now the bottom is definitely a little bit different. It does say AMC theaters, Lilo and Stitch only in theaters. So that is pretty cool. I like that. It says AMC right there. There is no plastic little piece right there. This is all one piece versus the Regal Cinema has like a little plastic piece right there. You see that? The difference? So that's interesting. Then we have his tail there. We do have his little design on the back of the head and the part where you open it up for the popcorn buckets. And you can see the difference. These have sides on it versus the Regal Cinema didn't. There is inside the bucket. So the bucket holder is definitely different. The top of the head opens up like this. I'm assuming you grab it from here and then you just, it's not the easiest thing to do. And then there is the where you put your drink. Again, I wouldn't recommend doing it. And then you can see how there is a little bit of, it's probably hard to tell. There's like a little notch right here. And that's how it fits in, kind of like a puzzle piece. You can see right there. So this goes in one way, and actually you can see the flocking there. So you would line it up and then pop it back in like that. And then it does come with a straw. The straw is right here. So if you do purchase this, make sure you get your straw. But yeah, I think this one's pretty cool. It's definitely different than the Regal Cinema, especially the texture and just the look of them. I don't know which one do you like better? I guess I like the mouth open. But again, this is textured fur and that's smooth. So would you say this is more the movie version and that's the animated version? That's debatable right there. But yeah, you can see the difference in the ears, in the mouth, the texture, the way the bucket looks in the back. Let me move this over. Like that. So you can definitely see the buckets are different. Underneath, the way it's logoed, it says, this one says AMC. This one doesn't even say Regal Cinema that I can see. Yeah, so definitely a difference. So if you did get both of them, I think that's not a bad thing to do. If you are a collector like me, I think they're pretty fun. It's not like you're getting the exact same one. But yeah, overall, I think they're pretty awesome. Let me move the camera around a little bit. Yeah, I think they're really cute. Let me know in the comments which one's your favorite. As I said before, the eyes are definitely positioned differently. The mouth is open here, closed. The texture and the way this has the head is a drink holder. This one's not. This one was $45, but this only comes with a large popcorn. So popcorn is what, $15 for a large popcorn maybe? And then this one also comes with the popcorn, large popcorn, and it comes with a drink. So this one was $60. So again, another $15 for a large drink. It does come with a large drink and a large popcorn. So you're paying a little bit extra, but you are getting more. Now, if you were to get a large drink with this, it would cost you more than $45. Would it cost you $60? I don't know. I'm not really sure how much a large drink costs, but I think they're pretty cool. He looks a little bit bigger, like he's sitting up a little bit higher, like that. Yeah, he does look a little bit bigger. Let me move him over a little bit. But yeah, I like them. I think they're both fantastic. But again, let me know in the comments which one's your favorite. There are other options if you don't want to pick up a popcorn bucket. For $30, you could get a drink holder from Regal Cinema. That's pretty cute. It's not flocked, so it's not going to get dirty. You could also get a keychain. I believe this was roughly $10 for the keychain, which is pretty cool. They had a few different options. From Cinemark, you could get this cup. Look at Stitch. He's like holding up the drink so it doesn't spill all over him. There is all the liquid pouring down the sides there. That is a pretty fun design. This was, I believe, $17 for that cup. A little expensive, but it is pretty cool. Now from AMC, this is a combo deal for $30. You can get the Stitch ears. Now these items were purchased for my buddy Vinny, which lives in New York, so they don't have an AMC near him. So he asked if I could pick these up, and I did. So his daughter's probably going to really love these. I think they're pretty awesome. And there's a little popcorn tin. Or you could take that to the beach maybe. Right here we have a drink holder, a drink cup, with a topper. Pretty neat. So there was a few different options of toppers that you could get. This is the one that came with this set. So yeah, different options. Now this was $30 for this set. $18 for that, or about $10 for that, $30 for that. So still cheaper than buying a popcorn bucket, and you get some merch to take home with you. But I think it's a pretty fun way to collect in a different movie experience by picking up some items of your favorite characters from the movie you just saw. So overall, absolutely love the Lilo and Stitch popcorn bucket. Which one's my favorite? I might have to go with the Regal Cinema version because his mouth is open and it looks great. I love the texture on it. Kind of looks like the movie version. The AMC version is super cool too. So if you did pick this one up, I absolutely love it. I think it's great. I think either of them, you can't go wrong. I hope you found one if you're looking for it. If not, you have some other options here for merch to take home. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Do all that good stuff. Remember, we are all geek strong. Take care, everyone. Pretty cute, right?